Now we can go through a question. Draw a line segment of length 9.5 centimeter and construct its perpendicular bisector. We have to draw a line segment of length 9.5 centimeter and also we have to construct its perpendicular bisector. First we have to draw line segment of length 9.5 centimeter. Let this line segment be PQ. PQ, line segment PQ. 9.5 centimeter. Then what is the next step? With centers P and Q and radius more than half of PQ, draw two arcs which meet at R and S. That means take the compass and take a radius more than half of PQ. Then draw an arc here and here. Then with center as Q also draw two arcs. Now let this point be R and this point S. Now join R and S to meet PQ. Join R and S to meet PQ at T. Let this point be T. Thus, RS is the perpendicular bisector of PQ. RS is the perpendicular bisector of PQ. Next question. Draw the perpendicular bisector of line segment XY whose length is 10.3 centimeter. Then take any point P on the bisector drawn. Examine whether Px is equal to Py. Then if M is the midpoint of XY, what can you say about the length Mx and XY? What is the question? First we have to draw a perpendicular bisector of the line segment XY whose length is 10.3 centimeter. First we can draw it. Here a line segment XY of length 10.3 centimeter is drawn. Then what is the next procedure? We have to draw perpendicular bisector. How can we draw it? With the center X and Y, take radius more than half of XY and then draw arc. Now let this point be U and this one V. Now join U and V. Then let this point be, this is the midpoint of XY. So let this point be M. Then what is the question? Take any point P on the bisector drawn. Examine whether Px is equal to Py. That means we have to take any point P on the bisector. This is the bisector. UV is the bisector. So we have to take any point P on the bisector. We can take this point and let's point P. Then we have to check whether Px is equal to Py. Px is equal to Py or not. This is Px. It is 5.6 centimeter. Using the ruler, you have to measure it. Then this is also 5.6 centimeter. So Px is equal to Py. Px is equal to Py. PY. Then what is the second question? If M is the midpoint of XY, what can you say about the lengths MX and XY? If M is the midpoint of XY, what can you say about length MX and XY? We know that since UV is the perpendicular bisector, this XM and MY are same, or MX and MY are of equal length. By perpendicular bisector, divide the line XY into two equal halves. So, MX is equal to MY. Line segment MX is equal to line segment MY, and which is that two segments are half of XY, right? MX and MY are half of XY. So, MX is equal to MY is equal to half of XY. Then we can measure it. It is 5.15 centimeter. So, second one answer, MX is equal to MY is equal to half of XY, which is equal to 5.15 centimeter. Next question. Draw a line segment of length 12.8 centimeter using compasses. Divide it into 4 equal parts. Verify by actual measurement. What is the question? First we have to draw a line segment of length 12.8 centimeter. Then using compasses we have to divide it into 4 equal parts. Verify by actual measurements. How can we draw it? First we have to draw a line segment of length 12.8 centimeter. Line segment AB. AB of length 12.8 centimeter. Then we have to draw bisector, perpendicular bisector, with A and B as with center A and B and a radius more than half of AB. Draw two arcs which meet each other at D and E. So, place the pointer at A, take radius more than half of AB, draw arc. Then, without changing the setting of compass, draw from B also. Now, join these 2 points. Let this point be D and this point E. Join D and E. Now this point C. This is the midpoint of AB. We can take it as C. Now we have to divide it into 4 equal parts. So now consider the line segment AC. Consider the line segment AC. Then with center A and C and a radius more than half of AC, draw 2 arcs which meet each other at F and G. That means now we have to consider line segment A and AC, and with the A and C are center and a radius more than half of AC, we have to draw arcs. Now this point F and this point G, we can name it as F and G. Now join F and G. Let this point be H. We can name it as H. Then next step, consider the line segment CB. CB. Then with center C and D and a radius more than half of CB, draw 2 arcs which meet each other at J and K. So now we have to consider CB. Then we have to bisect it. With take radius more than half of CB, draw Rs. Now, let this point be J and this point K. This point. Then join J and K. So, we divide the given line segment into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Now, we can measure it. AH and HC, then we can name this point as L, okay, L. Then AH, HC, CL and LB, LB, CL, then HC and AH are of length 3.2 centimeter, 3.2 centimeter. Next question, draw a circle with the center C and radius 3.4 centimeter. Draw any chord AB, construct perpendicular bisector of AB and examine if it passes through C. What is the question? First we have to draw a circle with the center C and radius 3.4 centimeter. Then we have to draw a chord AB. Then we have to construct a perpendicular bisector of AB and check whether it passes through C, whether it passes through the center C or not. Answer. Here I draw circle with the center C and radius 3.4 centimeter. Now we can draw a chord. What is a chord? A line segment passes through any 2 points on the circle. A line segment joining any 2 points on the circle. This is a chord. Chord AB. Then construct perpendicular bisector of AB. Now you know how to construct a perpendicular bisector. So construct a perpendicular bisector of AB. You have to join these 2 points. And it passes through the center C, right? It passes through the center. This is the center. It passes through the center C. So what is the answer? This one, this bisector, perpendicular bisector of AB passes through center C. Next topic, angles. Constructing an angle of given measure. Constructing an angle of given measure using protractor. Example, construct an angle of 40 degree. You know, you already studied how to construct an angle using protractor. First you have to draw a line segment AB of any length. This is line segment AB of AB. Then what is the next step? Place the center of the protractor at point A. Then the baseline of the protractor should coincide with the AB, or the zero edge of the protractor should be along AB. Then start with the 0, 0, 10, 20, 30, 40. Mark a point C at 40 degree. Then join A and C. and this angle will be 40 degree. Angle BAC is equal to 40 degree. Next topic, constructing a copy of an angle of unknown measure. Example, construct a copy of given angle using only a straight edge and compasses. One angle is given here, angle A. We have to, angle A with the unknown measure. We have to construct a copy of this angle. How can we construct it? These are the steps. First we have to draw a line L. First we have to draw a line L. Then choose a point P on it. Choose a point P on it. Then place the compasses at A and draw an arc to cut the rays of angle A at B and C. Place the compasses at A, the given angle, and draw arcs to cut the rays of A. These are the rays of A. So, place the pointer at A and draw an arc to cut the rays of angle A at B and C. Let this point is B and this one C. Now, use the same compass setting. Without changing the compass setting, we have to draw an arc with P as center, cutting the line L in Q. The same compass setting, we have to draw an arc. Now this is Q. Then set your compasses to the length of BC with the same radius. Now we have to take the length of BC, the same radius. Then place the compasses pointer at Q and draw the arcs to cut the arcs drawn earlier in R. That means place the pointer at Q and draw an arc. You have to extend this arc. Okay. Now let this point be R. Now join PR. This angle T. Angle join PR, this gives angle P. It has same measure as angle A. Angle A and angle P has same measure. So, angle QPR has same measure as angle BAC. So, this way we can construct a copy of an angle of unknown measure. Next topic, bisector of an angle. Bisector of an angle. Construction with the ruler and compasses. One angle is given here, angle A. We have to construct a bisector of this angle using ruler and compasses. How can we construct it? First, with A as center and using compasses, draw an arc that cuts both rays of angle A. Label the points of intersection as B and C. So, first we have to draw an arc with the center A, which this way. Then this point named as B and we can name this point as C. Now with B as center, draw an arc in the interior of angle A whose radius is more than half the length of BC. So take length more than half of BC, then draw an arc in the interior of angle A with B as center. Similarly, with the same radius and with C as center, draw another arc in the interior of angle A. Name this point as D. Now, join A and D. Now, AD, line segment, AD is the required bisector of the angle A. AD is the bisector of angle A. That means AD divides the angle A into two equal halves. Now we can go through a question. Draw an angle of measure 147 degree and construct its bisector. We have to draw an angle of 147 degree and construct its bisector. First, you have to draw an angle of 147 degree using protractor. Draw angle O equal to 147 degree using protractor. The next step, with O as center and using compasses, draw an arc that cuts both the rays of, these are the rays, both the rays of angle O. We can name this point as A and this point as B. Then what is the next step? By taking A and B as centers, draw arcs of radius more than half of AB in the interior angle of 147 degree. So, by taking A and B as centers, draw arcs of radius more than half of AB. So, more than half of AB, draw an arc. Then, with the center as B also, draw an arc. And what is the next step? Name this point as C. Then join O and C. Now OC is the required bisector. Next topic, angles of special measures. There are some accurate methods to construct angles of special sizes without protractor. That means we can construct certain angles without protractor. Now we are going to study construction of angles of 60 degree, 120 degree and 90 degree with the ruler and compasses only. That means without using a protractor, we are going to construct angle of 60 degree, 120 degree and 90 degree. Then first one, construct an angle of 60 degree. We have to follow certain steps. First one, draw a ray OA of any length. First we have to draw a ray OA of any length. OA. Then with O as center and any radius, draw an arc cutting OA at C. So with O as center and a convenient radius, draw an arc cutting OA at C. So let this point be C. Now with C as center and the same radius, now we can't change the setting of compass. With C as center and the same radius as used before, draw another arc cutting the previous arc. Let this point be D, intersection, point of intersection. Then join OD and produce it to B. That means we have to join OD and extend it to B. Angle BOA, this angle will be 60 degree. We can verify through using a protractor. It is 60 degree. Angle BOA 60 degree. Next one, construction of an angle of 120 degree with a ruler and compasses only. We know that 60 plus 60 is 120. Similarly, if you have to draw an angle of 30 degree, first we have to draw a 60 degree angle and then bisect it. Then you will get a 30 degree angle. Then construct an angle of 120 degree. Now we are going to construct an angle of 120 degree with ruler and compass only. Then first step, draw a ray OA of any length. First we have to draw a ray OA of any length. Then with O as center and any radius, draw an arc cutting OA at D. With O as center and any radius, draw an arc. This arc cut OA at D. Let this point be D. Then next step, with D as center and the same radius, draw an arc cutting the previous arc DG at E. Let this point be G. Then with D as center and the same radius, draw an arc cutting the previous arc DG at E. So this point E. Now next step, with E as center and the same radius, we can't change the setting of the compass. With E as center and the same radius, draw an arc cutting the previous arc DG at F. So this point is F. Now join F and O. And produce it to B. Now angle AOB will be 120 degree. AOB will be 120 degree. You can verify it through using a protractor. Yes, it is 120 degree. Next one, construction of 90 degree. Construction of 90 degree with the ruler and compasses only. Steps. First, draw a line PQ of any length. First, we have to draw a line PQ. PQ, line PQ of any length. Then mark a point S on it. Let this point be S. Mark a point S on it. Then with S as center and any radius, draw arcs on either side of S to cut PQ at M and N. That means with S as center, we have to draw arcs on either side of S. Let this point be M and this point N. Now, with M as center and any radius, that means a big radius, with M as center and any radius, a big one, draw an arc. With M as center, draw an arc. Then similarly with N as center, draw an arc. With N as center and same radius, we can't change the setting. With N as center and same radius, draw another arc to cut the previous arc at R. So this point is R. Join RS. Join R and S. Now, this angle RSQ, angle RSQ equal to angle RSP, angle RSP equal to 90 degree, angle RSQ equal to angle RSP equal to 90 degree. So, this chapter is over. Hope you understood. Thank you.